If you've thought about hiring out of the Philippines, this video is for you. My name is Steven. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy digital agency to help Seller Central sellers. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about OnlineJobs.Ph. And that is, of course, a jobs board for the Philippines. So this is a job I just posted today. And basically, the title of this, Amazon Merchandiser, Listing Builder, SEO. So I have a team that is primarily based in the US, but we're focused on a lot of different projects. And so sometimes there are some monotonous tasks that need to get done. But if one of my Amazon specialists are doing them, that's time that they're taken away from interacting with our clients or being strategic. And so sometimes it's helpful to have a utility player on staff and supplement them with a laundry list of monotonous, sometimes repeatable tasks for them to go action. Now, obviously, most people that are watching this video are going to be Amazon sellers or somebody who's got an e-commerce business looking to hire somebody to help them run the business. And there are many tasks that somebody out of the Philippines can do for you at a much cheaper labor. Now, there is a 13-hour time zone difference half of the year, a 12-hour difference the rest of the year, I believe, with Manila, Philippines, and the East Coast of the United States. So it can be challenging with communication tracks. Now, there are some people out of the Philippines that are willing to work during your time zone. Sometimes they'll do a split shift, something like that. But I have found that OnlineJobs.Ph can be a possible way to hire. There are other platforms such as freeup.com. You could also try Jungle Market. There's a bunch of other ones that are coming out. But for the most part, the higher up the chain you go to the more niche websites, the more you're going to be paying for the service. So if you're looking for just a smart person to come and work for you, either full-time or part-time, and you want to train them from the ground up, and you're just looking for somebody who's smart, this is going to be the most affordable labor option, OnlineJobs.Ph. So if you're looking for somebody who's already got a lot of training in place, then you probably want to go to one of those other freelancer websites where they've already got some chops. I have hired on various different platforms, and it really just depends on what you're looking for and how you can get a hold of them. What I do like about OnlineJobs.Ph is that you can make sure that they've loaded up government certifications for their identity. It's very easy to communicate with applicants. You can list whatever you want. You can list for primary skills. You can actually go search for other people's primary skills. So for this particular one, I said SEO, writing, and marketing project management, because they're going to be working on a lot of different accounts and need to be able to manage all these different options. And so if you're trying to figure out if this is a good fit for you, the cost of it's roughly like under $100 a month. You can basically go in there and put one job up and then immediately cancel, and then you've got it accessible for 30 days. That is generally what I tend to do. And this is a pretty good option if, especially if you're running a business, especially an Amazon business where it's a side hustle and you just want somebody to monitor and watch things while you're focused on your main thing. But obviously that's completely remote and digital, so they're never going to touch the product or anything like that. You could also try and find people that do product sourcing or contact vendors on your behalf. There definitely are some specialty players out there that do that. This is not a website I would go try and find somebody to do product sourcing specifically. I think you're better off paying a little bit more premium on a service like that. But let's say you're a manufacturer and you've got 1,000 SKUs. I already know you're going to need somebody to help you load listings and monitor and manage them. This is a great opportunity to do that, but you will need to train them from the ground up. You can ask them for previous experience, but this is not necessarily the platform that's going to have a lot of previous experience. There's going to be a lot of fresh out of college individuals. Maybe they've taken a freelance gig or two and whatnot. A lot of the players that you're going to hire out of the Philippines are going to be familiar with project management tools like Asana. There's another tool called Harvest, which you can use for time tracking. There are even tools where you can like take an occasional screenshot of what they're working on at any point in time and just save it. If you're ever worried that they're not working on your work, for example, which is definitely the #1 complaint that most people have when they're looking at a various platform, to hire remote workers. But I have to say that it's definitely a good opportunity to test. The cost is very low. You can definitely make some justification on that. And there are many videos you can watch to figure out how to make the proper hire. Basically, what I would suggest you do is just put in a high bar to begin with in your job post, so you get less applicants to go through. And say for example, in my particular instance on the post that I made, I said, hey, I want you to go take an Amazon ad certification test. They're not even going to be doing ad management, but I'm having them do this because it shows to me that they can go do something, go take a test, understand English, and pass in an area that they've never had experience in before. That's going to require them to do a little bit of research, probably an hour or 2 hours of work to pass that test. And if they're willing to do that, chances are they're probably going to be a decent fit. I have other friends who run other businesses that have their own various workflows on how they try and hire this out. For the past 5 years, I've seen the dream where you go hire one person in the Philippines, they manage other people. I have not been able to pull that off. I think that that's something that's totally doable, but that's definitely not my expertise. I like to have the one-to-one direct management because I like to project manage everything that's done, and I monitor and review everything myself. But it's there are videos that talk about how to do that. But for the most part, most of my team is American-based side, and this is supplemental. It's going in there and pulling numbers or checking boxes and looking at specific things to make sure things aren't breaking. Those are the kinds of things, monotonous tasks that are remote, that are a very good fit for this. So the other thing you can do if you've got an e-commerce site, you could always post a job on your own e-commerce site. So I always put Amazon specialist positions on my website, and I tell them send a resume and here's your requirements and whatnot. Those are also good options. Now, if you are uncertain, you want to hire some remote work, you could always hire an American-based agency such as My Amazon Guy, and we help businesses basically improve their sales, traffic, and conversion through a variety of means. We're going to be way more expensive than a remote worker out of the Philippines, but we also execute very quickly, and we get in there and get the job done. So those are the things you can think about. If you've had any experience with OnlineJobs.Ph, we'd love to hear about it, whether you've had success or failure. Share your comments on the video, and let's talk about it. Thanks so much.